Hello everybody, we're going to get ready to do 3.1 here of geometry. Here's my contact email for PowerPoints and video or homework sheets, note-taking sheets, online tutoring, tests, quizzes. I got it all there. So today we're going to do 3.1, relationships between lines. If you have extra staple, if you're going to staple, if you need more room than the classwork sheet provides, go ahead and staple a piece of paper to it. If you're doing this through a homeschool, take a picture of it with your phone and send it to me. Relationships between lines here, 3.1 in the chapter 3, which is parallel and perpendicular lines. Here's the Bellwork students, start in on that. If you're taking this in a classroom, start in on it. Homeschoolers, start in on it as your warm-up. Bellwork, multiple choice. And for number 1 is B. And then number 2, we find out what is the measure of angle 8. So the measurement here would be 112, so the angle 8. Measure of 7 is 68, and 7 and 8 form a linear pair, so we have to subtract this from 180 up here. This has got to equal 180 to make a linear pair. 68 plus measure of angle 8 equals 180, so we form a little equation here. 68 plus measure 8 minus 68 equals 180 minus 68. We do a little algebra here. Measure angle 8 is 112 degrees. Okay, first page, we're in our classwork. Two lines are parallel if they lie in the same plane and do not intersect. On the building, lines R and lines S are parallel. You can write this as R is parallel to S. This is a symbol for parallelism. Triangles are used to indicate that the lines are parallel. Triangles are used to indicate the lines are parallel. Two lines are perpendicular if they intersect to form a right angle. So, for example, that line that goes across here is probably perpendicular to the two parallels here. Parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Parallel lines, now here's your definition here. This goes in your notebook. Students, define parallel lines in your own words here, and then define perpendicular lines in your own words here. 10 points. Teachers, for your notebook check, this is a 10-point slide. And then classwork, page 3. Example 1, identify parallel and perpendiculars. Determine whether the lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So, A, N and M. What about lines N and M? What are they? Lines N and M are parallel because they're transversal here. They're both perpendicular to the transversal, so that means that they are parallel. Line B, P and Q here. Line P and Q. See, MN, this is Q here. Lines P and Q are neither parallel nor perpendicular. There's no right angle symbol here, and they're definitely not parallel. N and P, so we go N and P here. What are they? N and P are perpendicular because we have our right angle symbol here for N and P. Identify relationships between lines. We have this diagram here, and then we have this diagram here. Y and Z. Identify relationships. Name a pair of parallels here. This is our guided practice. Independent practice, students, name a pair of perpendicular lines. So in here, name a pair of perpendicular. Students, do that on your own. I probably will, within this demo, provide you with a solution. So teachers, if you're using this as a teaching PowerPoint. Let your students have 2 or 3 minutes to complete this. Line X and line Z are perpendicular. X and Z are perpendicular here. And then line X and Y are parallel here. And then vocabulary, define parallel line, students, in your own words. And then a line perpendicular to a plane, students. Describe that. Two lines are skew if they do not lie in the same plane. Skew lines never intersect. So this guy's bouncing bar and the line here that he's walking on, they would be skew lines. In the diagram, lines C and B are skew. This would be, I guess, line C. That would be line B up there. They're skew. They would never intersect. Unless he falls down, they might. Oh, but we're talking here. Lines, this line here, C and B, are called skew lines. They're in two different planes. This intersects a plane here, but it continues up. And this is going over here. Page 7 here, example 2, identify skew lines. Find F and H, so we have F here and then H is here. Determine whether the lines are skew, F and H. Lines F and H are not skew lines because they intersect. So if F and H, if the two lines intersect, then they're not skew. They have a common point right here. So man, if this thing was like way up here and went like that or something, and that one was down here, they possibly could be skew. But since these lines intersect, they are not skew. And then F and G. So we have F here and then G. Is there an intersection point here? It doesn't say so. F and G are skew because they don't intersect. So that means that they are skew. Determine whether lines are skew here, U and W. So we have U and W. Are those lines skew? And then here, determine whether line J and K. So we have J, and then we have K here. Lines J and K are skew because they do not intersect. They do not lie in the same plane. And then up here, lines U and line W are not skew, U and W, because they intersect. So they have a common point there. Not skew. Classwork. Two planes are parallel planes if they do not intersect. Plane F is parallel to plane G. This is parallel. A line perpendicular to a plane is a line that intersects a plane and a point, and that is perpendicular to every line in the plane that intersects it. Line T here is perpendicular to plane A because it is perpendicular to this line and perpendicular to this line. A 90-degree angle here. So a line is perpendicular to, line T is perpendicular to this plane here, plane A. Classwork page 10. Identify relationships in space. Name a plane that appears parallel to plane B. Here's plane B. Plane C appears to be parallel to plane B. Two perpendiculars here. Name a line that appears perpendicular to plane B. So to plane B, line L appears to be perpendicular to plane B. Here is our guided practice. Think of each segment in the diagram as part of a line. Name a line that is skewed to line VW here. So we have VW. Which line will be skewed to that? And then down here, think of each segment in the diagram as a part of a line. Name a plane that appears parallel to plane VWX. Let's see, VWX would be this plane here. Name a plane that appears parallel to that. Students, that's on you, although I think you'll get a solution here. Just wait up, teachers, a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes. Then plane RST. RST would be appears parallel to VWX here. And then up here, name a line that is skew to VW, so these lines would be skew to VW. QU would be skew. TX is skew. RQ, which is over here, RQ is skew. Then ST would be skew to this line here. Okay, contact me for more lessons, homework sheets, note-taking, etc. Let's go check out the homework here. Here's the homework for 3.1. Here's page 1, page 2 of the homework, page 3 of the homework. A lot of fill in the gaps here, relationships in space. Page 4 of the homework. Name two pairs of parallels. So we have this chair here. Then page 5 of the homework, sketch a prism. You get into drawing now. And then page 6 of the homework, sketch two identical bases, connect. Then page 7 of the homework, multiple choice, challenge. So contact me if you want these homeworks here. You want solution PowerPoints or full course suites of geometry, 70 lessons, all on PowerPoint and or video. Email me. Thank you.